Cold Hard Football Facts on Football Nation. I'm Butch Stearns. He's Kerry Byrne. Kerry, there are 8 quarterbacks and 8 coaches left chasing a ring here. All of them are chasing history and legacy to some degree or another, but none like Tom Brady or Bill Belichick.
Yeah, you know, clearly, as we all know, one of the dynamic duos in the history of pro football. And the thing about Tom Brady is, you know, in a very short career, really. I mean, when you consider the injury and the fact he didn't play as a rookie, his rookie season, he's only been in the NFL 11 years. But right now, if he beats Houston, if the Patriots beat Houston, he's won more playoff games than any quarterback in the history of football. Right now, tied with the great Joe Montana, which in and of itself is pretty impressive. And Brady, in fact, you know, 16 wins like Montana, but against 6 losses. Montana 16-7. The closest, by the way, is Terry Bradshaw, 14-5. John Elway, by the way, also won 14 playoff games, but against 8 losses. So, you know, Brady and Montana above all the rest in terms of postseason victories.
If he gets to another Super Bowl, he passes Elway for most appearances. But let's look at what's at stake with him winning a Super Bowl. Those other quarterbacks, Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, are all undefeated in Super Bowls. Brady's 3-2. So it's interesting if he gets to one. What's at stake for him to win it?
Well, you know, he wins it, then he owns pretty much a share of every record, postseason record in the history of football in terms of, you know, postseason wins, in terms of Super Bowl appearances, and in terms of tied with Super Bowl victories. He'll have more Super Bowl appearances than any quarterback in the history of football. He'll have more postseason wins than any quarterback in the history of football. And then as many wins as anyone else with 4. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, he did lose 2 games, but he also would have gone to 6. I mean, that's stunning. When you figure, quite frankly, in 11 seasons on the field, he'll have gone to the Super Bowl more than half the time.
Right.
That's
getting there is remarkable. But again, Patriots fans are spoiled. If he loses it and he's 3-3, now the anti-Brady people can argue, well, he's 500. He's got as many losses as John Elway does.
Which is why it's a legacy game. And even the past 2 against the Giants were, because going into each of those, people said, would this make him the GOAT, the greatest of all time, right? And you would have to think, really, that legacy is on the line again now. If he gets to another one and does win it, I don't know what the argument might be. How would you argue against Tom Brady, given all his statistical production and literally unmatched in any way production in postseason history? It'd be a hard legacy to top.
Let's look at Bill Belichick's legacy and what's at stake for him in this playoff run.
Well, you know, the Patriots win the Super Bowl. He ties the great Tom Landry, right? One of the great coaches in the history of football, one of the great icons.
We should have had the hat to put on.
Yeah, we should have. You could have worn the Bear Bryant hat in honor of Alabama, and I could have worn the Tom Landry hat, right? That was in style back then. But if Bill Belichick, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, he ties Tom Landry for the most postseason victories in the history of football. He gets to the Super Bowl, he ties Don Shula for number 2. I mean, we're talking rare company in the entire history of the game.
Bill Belichick and Tom Brady chasing history this Super Bowl run. Cold Hard Football Facts on Football Nation.